Hello again, everyone. In today's video, I want to show you some Google file URL hacks. Now, the URL is the really long address up here in the web browser bar. Stands for Universal Resource Locator, and it basically tells your computer where to look for certain websites. Well, with your Google Files, you can do some pretty interesting things, pretty helpful things with this URL to create different versions of the files that you have. So we're going to look at four things. We're going to look at creating a preview file, a forced copy, a template view, and a PDF. And then we're going to wrap it up by showing you an extension called SirLinksALot that does all this magic for you. First thing we want to do, though, any file that you want to use for any of these hacks is you must turn on the link sharing for the file in question. So for instance, for this particular file, I go to share. And right now, the default for any document that you create in Google Files is restricted. Only people added can open with this link. So you want to change this. You want to click on the change. And you want to change it to either Tingsboro Public Schools for everybody in the school or anyone with the link. So if you're going to send this out to people outside of the district, you want to change it to anyone with the link. And all it says is they can view it. They can't change it. You still have complete control. So we click done. Now we can work our magic here. So the first one that we want to talk about is the making a copy, a forced copy of the document. That's not what I wanted to do first. I want to do the preview. We're going to do the preview first. So if you just want people to see your document clutter-free, no toolbars, no menus, none of that stuff, all you have to do is change the edit at the end of the URL to preview. So let's take a look at this file. Now you see here, I've got my toolbars here and everything, but if I just want to change this, if I want to make it look nice, if you look up here in the URL, if I just change all this, even all the stuff after edit, if I just type in preview, now look what you see. Now it looks like a standalone website. So this is great if you're going to share things with parents, maybe get rid of Grammarly here, maybe a syllabus or some sort of classroom expectations, so that all they see is this clean page. They don't see any of the Google toolbars at the top. It doesn't change your original file. Your original file still exists as it was. All right, so if I undo that change, it brings the toolbars back. So that's our first one. The second one is forcing a copy. So if you want to send a file to someone and force them to make a copy so that they don't change your original document, all you have to do is swap out the edit for the copy. So back to our original document here, go back up to the URL, and I change that to copy. And you send this link, and this is the link they get. They would have to click on make a copy. It would create a copy for themselves. Your original file stays the same. This is the same, basically the same function that happens when you assign a student assignment in Google Classroom and you make a copy for each student. This is the same trick, except now you can do this outside of Google Classroom. So let's say you want to share, you have a file that you want to use, you want to share with a colleague. This would be the best way to do it. And all of these also work with Google Slides. So here you've got the edit. We take the edit away, and let's see what happens when we go preview on Google Slides. Now what you get is your slideshow, and people can navigate your slideshow without being able to change it. So if you share this link with them, they get the slideshow, but they don't get all the toolbars. And if we change it to copy, it's going to give you the same thing that it did for the regular document. It just forces them to make a copy of Google Slides. All right, so let's go back here. Revert to the original setups. Just go back to edit. And we're back to our original PowerPoint, and we're back to our original document. Now, I don't like to use the make a copy because when you send them that link, all it says is gives you the button to make a copy. I can't see what I'm trying to make a copy of. Maybe I don't know exactly what it is. Well, we have something better than that. That's called the template link. So with the template link, you're going to take away the edit and replace it with template preview. What this does is it lets the receiver see the whole file, but it also gives them a button to use to make a copy. So if we go template / preview, now you see the button at the top right, which is use the template, and eventually my document will appear. So now I can see what it is that I am trying to copy, and I can decide, is this for me or is it not for me? So that's the template preview option, and the same thing works for Google Slides. Again, we have our Use Template button. And here is my Google Slide, so they can use the template to copy this document. They get their own document. My original document is untouched. All right, we go back to our main page here. So we've done preview, force copy, template view. The last one I want to show you is the create PDF one, which basically sends a link, which is a PDF file that anyone can open, even if they do not have a Google account. So how we do that is it's different for the Google Slides as it is for the Google Docs. So if you see here on a Google Slide, a Google Docs or Google Sheets, you replace edit with expert ? Format equals PDF. That's a lot. So I'll show you what that does. So export. So yeah, even I have to go back. What is it again? Export ? Format equals PDF. Now you'd copy and paste that link and send it to someone, and then you would get a PDF. See down here it says it's automatically downloaded your PDF file. So you send them that, it automatically downloads PDF, or it opens the PDF depending on how their computer system is set up. If you want to do that for slides or drawings, it's a little simpler. It's export / PDF. Last thing I want to show you is an extension that will do this all for you very simply. And it's called SirLinksALot. And here's the page with the extension. I've already installed it. So here we have my original document. Here's the SirLinksALot extension. If you click on the SirLinksALot extension, you have buttons. Do I want to force a copy? Do I want to do the preview version? Do I want to do the template, or do I want to make a PDF? So you click on one of these buttons depending on what you want to do with it. So let's say we want to make a preview one, and then I can copy the link to the clipboard. You can copy a shorter link to the clipboard. You can open up the link in a new tab. So let's open up the link in a new tab, and it's going to give us our preview version without the clutter, without the toolbars. So that's called SirLinksALot, and I will put the URL for the extension in the notes for the video. I hope this helps. Hope this gives you some ideas on how to more effectively and creatively use your Google files, sharing them with parents, sharing them with colleagues, and things like that. That's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one, and remember, don't be afraid to try something new in the classroom.